you've had IVF at your local IVF clinic, and maybe you've had a failed cycle or two, and now you're starting to consider maybe going out of state for your next IVF cycle. And you're thinking, am I jumping down the rabbit hole too much? Is this crazy? I'm Nicole Stern. I'm the founder of Fertilista. We're actually based here in the Boston area, and we see this all the time with our clients, even though we have so many great IVF clinics right around us here in Boston. Let's talk about the 3 things you should consider before going out of state for your next IVF cycle. So the first thing to consider is, how far away is the IVF clinic? Are you going to have to fly? Or can you drive? And what's the drive like? Is it an hour, 2 hour, 3 hours? Or if you're flying, are you going to need to stay in the area for a week or 2? Or you're going to need to maybe stay at an Airbnb or at a hotel while you have your retrieval and transfer? So you're going to want to look at the travel. What's the travel involved? You're also going to want to know that a lot of the consults and follow-ups with your doctor can be done virtually through telehealth. Also, you're going to want to ask the IVF clinic, the out-of-state IVF clinic, where you can have your blood work done. A lot of times a more national lab like Quest Diagnostics will handle the blood work here in the United States. A third thing to consider is, how are you going to handle the monitoring, the baseline monitoring, as well as the monitoring during your stims while you're on IVF. So one of the things to look in your area is look at the radiology departments at the local hospitals. And you're going to want to see if they have a department called, quote, outside monitoring. A lot of times, outside monitoring will take patients that are at other clinics and other hospitals and do the monitoring for them, and then forward the results either to you, the patient, through the portal, or back to the referring clinic. Just because you've started to think about going to an IVF clinic outside your immediate area doesn't mean that it's a bad idea. Sometimes we can get a different protocol that's going to meet our individual situation a little bit better, or sometimes we find that we have a doctor that we just gel with much better and is really looking at our case and figuring out a protocol that's going to work best for us. You just want to take into consideration the travel, the blood work, and the monitoring. I'm Nicole Stern. I'm the founder of Fertilista, and I hope this is helpful in your IVF clinic search.